Hey guys, welcome to 2021. We're here, we made it. We've got a whole year laid out in front of us with lots of room to work and grow and have fun and play. So this month, I want to talk with you about your connections and how to really help you dive into the three connections that I feel like are the most important for you on your spiritual path. The connection with yourself, the connection with spirit, and also the connection with your magic. So we're going to be talking about that today and what you need to be focusing on and what's going good and where you need to do a little bit more work and what's happening. So what I'm seeing with you guys here too is you're kind of letting everything happen kind of to you instead of for you. You're sitting back and you're not taking control of the situation on your spiritual path. And it's almost like you have this idea that everything's going to be perfect if you just sit there and it will just arrive like ordering a pizza. And that's not really how this works, kids. You actually have to do the work. And not only do you have to manifest and make an effort to do it and step into it, but you also have to take the opportunities that are coming your way once those doors start opening. So I'm not sure what's going on this month. Oh, okay. So they're telling me right now this is a confidence level 2, right? I'm hearing you don't think you can do it, or you don't think you have enough in you, and you're making a lot of excuses of why you can't. But the reality is you kind of can. So this is a month where you just really need to get out of your own way. And also, too, Spirit is letting me know that don't get discouraged. This isn't an easy path. It's not something where things go right immediately the first time. You've got to really dig deep. A lot of times too, there's a lot of really yucky kind of personal self-growth work and things happening in here, shadow work that's deep. It's hard to look at, but you can do it and you will survive. I have done some of my own, and while it has been unpleasant, it's actually just removing those things has been really amazing and beneficial, and it's been worth more than its cost, right? Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to look at kind of these levels and what's happening on each one for us. Now, the first one, your connection with yourself, it looks like you guys are doing such a good job. I'm so proud of you, right? So the Wheel of Fortune comes up, and it's sort of like you guys are taking the time to really learn more about yourselves this month. And I think that's amazing because the more you learn about yourself, the more you understand why you're doing things, why you're behaving certain ways, and also too, just learning what your body needs. Like, for example, too, for me, when I'm not feeling good, sometimes I'll walk over to my herbal apothecary and I'll be like, I need something, I don't know what I need. And if I take a moment and just listen to myself, I'll hear an herb, right? Like I'll hear an herb in my head and I'm like, I don't know. It's not always something I normally use that herb for. It has like a weird obscure use or something. And when I look it up, I'm like, this is everything that I need. Like my body knows, but I listened. And so now I can get the help I need. I can heal myself because I was paying attention. And so I think this month you guys are really freaking paying attention. And I love this for you. So keep up the good work. The next thing that we want to look at is we want to look at our connection with spirit. And I feel like you guys are tripping up a little bit here, right? Like you feel like you don't have kind of the upper hand in what it is to connect. And whether that is something that you're just having an issue with, maybe like you're not making time, or maybe you're having a really challenging time finding the right way to tap in or finding something that works with you with your abilities. If you're having issues, give me a call. I'll probably help you with this. We'll fix this. No problem. I would love to do that. But yeah, I feel like it's sort of like you're kind of having a hard time. And I feel like it's sort of like, you know, when you're watching like a baby animal learn to walk, it like trips a lot first before it starts running and, you know, moving at the full speed for which it was designed. And so I feel like that's you guys too. So it's okay. You know, you're not going to know everything right out of the gate. And I think something that's really important, not just in this connection or in spirituality or in your life, is to just allow yourself to make mistakes and have that be okay, right? Like if you don't do everything right today, it's fine. Don't beat yourself up. Don't give yourself a hard time. Just start over tomorrow. Do a better job tomorrow. Like you always have the opportunity to change, but the harder you are on yourself, the more you're going to feel like this and the less you're going to want to try. So Spirit's not judging you at all. It likes that you're trying, and it likes that you're connecting. Just keep going. Sometimes too, this is also the card of somebody who's kind of the underdog, and who doesn't love a good underdog story? I'm like the queen champion of underdogs because I feel like I've been one a lot too. And, you know, I've done a lot of stuff that people said I couldn't do because I believed that I could. Right? And because I did that, it inspired other people to try to do it too, where they were maybe feeling like this. So maybe if you're having a hard time, maybe you're the underdog, right? Maybe you're that person for somebody else that's going to really help propel them on to the next level. So don't give up, keep going. You know, sometimes things are trial and error, and just because you're not on top of your game doesn't mean that you're not doing a good job, right? Okay, so the last thing that we want to really look at, and this is super interesting because this card came up last month too, and it came up in this exact position, and it came up in a different deck this month. So you guys need some help in your area of your magic, and if you're struggling, please call me, because I want you guys to be able to play in that energy and that vibe. But I feel like what I'm getting when I'm looking at this card is you're still stuck, and you're still afraid, and you're still hesitant. You've only just dipped your toe in the water of what it is that you can do, right? And I think the massiveness of that probably feels a little scary to you. It's like when you're kind of snorkeling or scuba diving out in the ocean, and all of a sudden that bottom just drops down, and you're like, oh my God, what else is down here? This is really deep, right? It's a lot. You know, or when you're on that roller coaster, you get that moment like, you know, your brain thinks you're going to die because you're hurtling down, you know, like so many feet at like 90 or 100 miles an hour. And it's just a mental block. It's not actually the truth of what's happening. It's just your fear trying to keep you safe. But you shouldn't be safe if you're trying to play with your magic. You can't hold yourself back because you're afraid of what's going to happen. If you're still stuck here, get a mentor. Right? Get a teammate, get a friend, get somebody who's at your level where you can kind of encourage and inspire each other would be a really great thing. Also, too, you know, other people are great at telling you what your magic is, even if you have no idea, right? Or really trying to help support you on that because they like what you're doing and they're encouraged by it and they want to encourage you to keep going. If you know, whatever it is that you need, I feel like maybe if this is still a stuck situation, maybe you need a little help, call me. You know, if you want, I can do that for you too, but there's a really heavy block there that needs to be removed for you guys this month. So that's definitely something you should be paying attention to, especially since some of these other areas seem to be not as difficult. And I like to hear that we're kind of progressing, like, you know, the self-connection's getting good. This one's getting better. We're just working on it a little bit, but this one we're still stuck a little. So hopefully next month when we check in with everything, you guys will be even further along as you're working hard, and doing what's being asked of you, from Spirit. And hopefully too, it's becoming something that's a lot more fun, right? When you have a lot more tools at your disposal and you can see things from a different perspective that makes the world make more sense for you, and makes it a happier, brighter, fun place to be. So that's what's going on this month, you guys. That's what's going on for January. If you have any questions, let me know. If you want to work with me, let me know. But until February, I hope you guys have a really amazing time, and thank you so much for watching.